2023 has been, I think we've broken all sorts of records.
RERA, the land department, also helps us with that now because of the strict checks, stringent checks, and the timelines.
We discussed 2023 and we've seen what's happened in the past.
Yeah.
What about current market conditions? What's going to happen in the future? And let me be the devil's advocate, talk about what everybody else is asking. What's going to happen? Is the bubble going to burst? Is this the year that it finally happens and we see a reversal in the Dubai real estate market? What's your opinion on it?
I mean, firstly, first of all, regulations have become so good that things are not just going to go bust. A healthy market always has a bit of a curve up and down. Dubai, like I mentioned, is still not at par with the big international markets of real estate. New York, Hong Kong, Singapore, even Mumbai for that matter. Still far behind. Aspiration to be the best. We've seen that with the Burj Khalifa, with Dubai Mall, with anything that Dubai does has to be the biggest, the best, and so on and so forth. That aspiration remains with the 2040 vision of the leadership, their vision, their clarity as to what they want to do, how quickly they adapt and learn and improvise, and then implement that into place.
Yes, you're right. And I also feel like the government has been very on the forefront of making it easier to sort of establish residencies over here. We saw in the last 2 to 3 years, remote working residencies coming in, retirement visa residencies coming in. And now we have
specialized people,
specialized
maybe
doctors,
sports people,
doctors, engineers, and
artists,
so on.
And so forth.
It's getting easier for them to stay here. And the issue has always been that Dubai has been very transient in its nature. So a lot of people come here going like, yeah, I'm going to work for 5-7 years and then I'm bouncing. I'm going to make my money and then I'm out. But I think
But it sucks you in.
It sucks you in, and then also what they've done now with the 10-year golden visa and made it more lenient for you to sort of stay here for longer. People have started to understand that Dubai wants you to stay longer.
Yeah.
You've got employment insurance coming up, gratuity coming up, and all of these things that look at the long-term viability of somebody or an individual who's come here to work and the fact that he can stay here longer. So rather than pull money out of here and invest it back wherever you're from, you would much rather, considering that the market is also growing so well, you would much rather put your money and your investments into Dubai because you can also stay here for longer.
Correct.
As you know, just the golden visa we used was 2 million dirham investment with a required paid up of 1 million dirhams for the 10-year golden visa.
Right.
And just 4 days ago, they've changed that. Now it has to be a 2 million dirham property. Value.
May it be off plan?
It could be a
you put in a down payment
of even if it's 50,000,
5%, 10%, whatever the developer.
And your golden visa is automatically triggered for you and your family.
Correct.
Brilliant, right?
Brilliant.
It means that the long-term vision is that people are here to stay, and that aligns with the 2040 vision. That aligns with the fact that there will be an increase in population that will pretty much double population by 2030.
And we can see that
on the roads
in the last 4 or 5 months. With all these licenses for businesses, with all these immigration cases for residents coming through, and then of course the roads, the malls.
It's crazy.
You see the malls full of people, bags, shopping, thriving economy.
Yeah.
On the road, bustling, cars,
right,
bumper to bumper, main sheikhs are full. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah. When they said Habibi come to Dubai, I think everybody came.
They did, absolutely.
They came and they're staying here.
And we know, I mean, I personally know a lot of aspirants looking at coming down, opening up their businesses, settling down, putting their family here, security, convenience. I mean, if my family has to sit in a taxi at 1 p.m., go to watch a movie, I'll be as comfortable as I can be.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, and access to the world. Look at the access to the world that we have.
Yeah.
Sitting down here, you make a plan, you want to go to Europe. You've never been to Europe. You've been
7 hours, 7-hour leg.
7 hours, and then access to visas, so on and so forth. And then having a UAE residency, with the advantages you have, you're open to at least 50, 60 different countries with the passports.
Absolutely.
Access on your residency, so a lot of benefits.
Lots of benefits coming in. And I saw a little snippet from Bloomberg the other day, which also spoke about the new wave of investors potentially, because a lot of people have said that the only reason Dubai benefited over the last 2 years is because of certain geopolitical issues in the region that brought in a lot of money over here. And now that those tensions are easing up in that area, even though we have certain tensions growing up in other areas, people are on the sidelines. And I saw the snippet in Bloomberg which talked about how a wave of Chinese investors is coming in, and a lot of people traveling out of China. There's been a reduction of Chinese tourists in a lot of countries, but the only one that's been in a surplus, double digits, has been the UAE, which means that we're going to see a new wave of investors coming in from China.
And that says a lot, Danny, because see, if somebody's having these issues back in their region, why are they choosing Dubai? Because of the ease,
the safety,
facilities,
the protection,
and all those things put together.
Yeah, the standard of life, standard of living for their kids. We can't also forget now Pakistan is climbing up the ranks as one of the top 10 investors in the UAE.
India always remains there.
India's always been
then
there.
Russia's
UK,
always been
Russia,
there.
Yeah,
Pakistan.
and China's always been there. The UK obviously has been a big investor.
And then Middle East, Gulf.
So as you can see, like it's a melting pot of investors that are coming over here, and regulations are keeping up with that.
Yeah.
I think if we increase the population every year 30,000, we don't have enough apartments, even with all the deliveries of all the apartment buildings that we're doing. You know, the biggest that we've seen in JVC would be about 450 units, and even if you have 10 of those, you haven't even come close to what kind of
to the demand
to
and
the
requirement,
demand that you need. So
Correct.
There's not enough supply, and the demand is increasing even with all these off-plan projects coming up. Even if they're handed over on time or before time, there's just not enough supply in the market, and Dubai will continue to start building out into the desert. And while that's happening, the projects that are being delivered right now with all these features and the amenities and the fancy razzle dazzle, I think the prices for that will continue to go up.
I
as
agree.
well.
I agree.
Yeah, so I think the future looks really bright. At least the data doesn't say. There's no indicators of a market slowdown. I feel that it's healthy for a market to correct. I feel like we will see a little bit of pressure on the growth. I think we'll still continue to grow, but maybe not at the pace that we've been growing and not at the rate that we've been growing in the last 2 to 3 years, which I think is healthy and it's fair. You know,
Agree.
we grew like by 19-20% last year. Maybe this year we'll grow 10 to 12%, which is still.
I mean, look at for an investor, what else do you want? 8 to 10% growth,
Yeah.
7 to 8% rental yields. You're still making 20. Where in the world do you make 20%?
On real estate, I
investment?
can't think of any other place that is sort of offering these kind of yields.
Dubai is the place.
So it's very healthy, it's very robust, and for people who think that this is a bubble or the market's not going to be able to keep up, in our opinion, and also in the opinion of many people who do analytics on real estate in Dubai, the numbers don't add up. It seems like we're going to keep on this upward trajectory and trend.
And the famous saying, don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. And this is the time.
I like that a lot. That should be a tagline.
Yeah.
Tagline for Aqua Properties is like, don't wait.
Don't wait.
Don't wait.
Come
Buy
on.
real estate and then wait.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, everyone is definitely going to go up in the 2 to 4 year horizon, even if there's a small correction. You know, in 2 to 4 years, even if there's a correction in 2024, 2025, let's say 5 to 10%, in a 3 to 5 year time horizon, we're definitely seeing the prices go up much higher.
So don't expose yourself. Buy within your means, and once you have the sustainability and the strength to hold on, real estate never lets you down.
That's good advice.
Yeah,
That's good advice.
never lets you down.
Now I know why you've been doing this for 20 years.
And I love it, and I hope I can keep continuing doing it forever.
Okay, sounds good.
As to what are the first 3 things you have to look at when's buying real estate?
Come to par, either reduce the price or up your game.
But in a way, it's good because you keep abreast of exactly what is happening, trend, markets,
True.
what is coming through, payment plans.
Yeah.